Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. Oh, that's why Kobnath is saying that he will not be able to join very often because obviously he's in the UK. Oh, V2 is, I don't use seasons anyway. If it has other upgrades though, it might be worth moving to. But I just don't use seasons. I am not a seasons guy. I get frustrated with it, so. We are walking out to the Big Bud tractor. You guys were here last time I played. I put some wheat down on that field over there. Battlefield says he'll be right back. So we got this huge cedar and get up behind us. So we need to find our next field. My cup is in the way. I can't see the map. So I'm putting my ice water cup on top of my computer. That's probably a very dangerous thing, but the kids aren't home right now. So, okay, we're coming along this road. We've done 11. So actually to our left is field number 10. That's the next one that we need to do. So, yeah, I got a nice big grass field here too. 10's going to be the next one that we do. So I actually went the wrong way here. Well, it's a big bud for a big field. Oh, there you go, Gator. $800. That's not too bad. 850K. There you go, and a 1050 Ti. Not bad. To be honest with you, you probably could go down on the processor a little bit and go up on the video card. You probably get more performance that way. Unless you're planning on streaming and recording, an i5 processor is probably plenty for you. But it's up to you. Let's see if we can fit through this gate. This is going to be tricky. And for those of you that are praying folk, keep Miss Bugs in your prayers. She is really sick today and has been on and off for the last month and a half. She's going to go see a doctor on Thursday, so that's good news that she finally got an appointment, but she's been pretty ill, so I'm feeling kind of bad for her because she's just not feeling good. Let's see, 200 to 250. Yeah, that's in the sweet spot, right? That is the 200 mark is about the sweet spot for video cards, Gator. That's about where the best bang for the buck is. I don't know what the 1060 I think is be the next step up. So we'll get this folded out. We'll have this field done in no time. So there's a new 1050? What? I'm doing very well, thank you, actually. I have been fine, actually. Now, sadly, I did call that place today about seeing a doctor, and they said, no, I make too much money to qualify by like $3,000. She's like, you're just over, but you're over far enough that we won't be able to see you. I was like, thanks. So I can't get in to see a doctor. She said to call back on Friday, though. She's going to try to do some number crunching and see if they can't work it in. So I'll figure something out, but that's just how it goes sometimes. That's the only thing that stinks about being self-employed. But the good news is I feel a lot better. My allergies are still bad. I really wonder if I just had some kind of allergic reaction to the Mucinex. Because, like I said today, I've been eating fine the last couple days and not having any dizziness, anything like that. So, yeah, thanks, Jeremy. Thanks for nothing, right? An i7 and a 1080. I think if he's playing mostly like farm sim and stuff like that, he probably will be fine with a 1050, honestly. i9. I didn't even know they had an i9 processor. Shows you how out of date I am. Tight necks all the way. Guys. Yeah, they are expensive. What's the price for power, Gator? Just got to think about it that way. What's your price for power? Really? How did he even get an i9? That's a lot of money. I don't know how I'm going to get that corner. I suppose if I run it and turn it, maybe? Goes up to 8 core. Sweet. I think I'm going to have to make a turn and see if I can We're going to miss a corner, but that's okay. I mean, this field, these things are just so big. It's like that little spot's not going to make or break the farm. Yeah, that's true too. Gunning Gamers has a pretty big following, so. Unlike me, I'm just a little peon. Thanks, Gator. I love when teenagers think about that stuff. Yeah, he is pretty big, though. 18, not 8. 18, oh my goodness. 18 cores. Well, that's the way to get speed, honestly, nowadays. Since there's the, whatever, the 5 gigahertz barrier or whatever, you can reduce heat and run at a cooler temp with a ton of different processors doing different threads. So, well, thank you, Gator. I like Gunning Gamers. He was one of the first 2 guys that I watched Farm Sim on. So, I do too own this field. What are you talking about? This is my field. Maw dang. This really is a big field. I think this is going to take probably the rest of the night. I think this is the biggest one we own. But man, we're going to get a lot of wheat off of this. We're probably going to have to get some kind of baling system, I would imagine. Since I'm by myself. That's so funny, Gator. Rage. Since I'm by myself on this one, I probably will have to do a... Yes, cow farm. That's correct. I found in this game, it seems like the cows are really the way to go. Sheep aren't too bad either, but you got to have a lot of sheep to produce enough wool to make it worth your while, The nice thing about the cows is they make you money every day. The pigs I found just aren't worth it. It just seems like. I mean, it's fun to do the pigs, but they really, as you guys saw on our Gold Crest farm, they just, after a while, it's like, forget it. Just forget the whole thing. Sell them, be done with them. I usually stream for about 2 hours, so I'll probably go till about 9 o'clock, maybe 9:15. That gives me 4 episodes. That's right. Wool does have high value, and because it has a week between like times that you drop it off, the price goes back up before you deliver again. So that is something to consider. This thing is just mammoth, man. When you watch those videos, I guess so the guys that have the big bud tractors out in Wyoming, is that right? I think it's called Welker Farms. They're actually making a Welker Farm map. If you guys saw that, they're working on it. I don't know if somebody gave me a link to it. Maybe it was Gator. Somebody linked it to me though on my Facebook page. But they are actually making a Welker's Farm, the real thing. They're making it into a game map, which is really cool. Meatloaf. 2 a.m. for you. No, for 17. Welker's Farm is making a map for 17, so it's pretty cool. Also looking forward to, was it South Mountain Creamery, I think is the next map too. Bugs and I are going to play on once that comes out. It still hasn't been released yet, but did they finish it? Okay, cool. I had an interesting day today. It was really, I think it's free, Gator. I don't think it's going to be paid DLC. I think it's just free. I don't know though. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's free. Just didn't get anything done today. It was a weird day. I made a lot of phone calls about the healthcare, called about my insurance for my drone insurance, so waiting to hear back from them. And worked on the tanks video a little bit this morning. It was weird. It was like one of those days that just all of a sudden the day was over. I'm like, what the heck? Like I had to take my kids, I dropped them off with my ex-wife, had some dinner, and then now it's now. I'm like, what? It was just one of those days. Yeah, I have to carry insurance. For the wedding company, they want me to have drones. So, we have been actually working on the car. Mark and Ryan got the entire interior stripped out. Our friend Eric is going to help us do the motor, so... Obamacare, no. I don't think I could even qualify for that, though, but maybe I could. Maybe because my finances are bad enough. All right, so pop this down, and a little tough on the turns with this thing. There we go. Got a little overlap going on. So no, we have not. We have started the car project, but it's going to be a long. We're thinking about 2 to 3 years for the car. We have to. So the steps that we're going to be taking, for those of you that missed it, we're stripping down the frame right now, getting all the electronics out, electrics out, the lighting, the interior, the dashboard is out, the ventilation system is out. We're going to have to take the suspension off and take the motor out. And then we're going to be taking all that stuff, and we're going to build a frame for the body. We're going to send the body in to get it sandblasted and have it back so we can see what we're dealing with. If it's really bad, we'll have to obviously do a lot of work on it. Our friend is going to help us do it, though. He knows how to do body work, so he's going to help us put the car back together and get it so that there's no rust holes or anything like that. And then we're going to slowly put it back together. So that is what we are doing. And we're hoping by the end of the year to have a coat of primer on the body. And then over the winter, we'll begin work on the engine. And either Mark is still debating whether he wants to put the V8 in it or if he's going to do, if he wants to do the 6-cylinder. He's having a hard time. The V8 sounds like a really cool idea. It sounds like fun and stuff, but he tends to be more of an iconoclast, and he likes things to be like how they originally were. So he's a little bit up. He's like, I don't know if I want to change it out to an 8-cylinder. Either way, it's going to be a cool car, but make a rally car. Oh my gosh. I mean, you can make rear-wheel drive rally cars. Yeah, I know. A lot of people are thinking the original V6, but the V8 would be really cool. I mean, the V8 will smoke anything out there. It just means we have to do a lot of work to the... I mean, we're going to anyway, though, but there's a lot of work that needs to be done to the... Yeah, the 6 will be better on gas. He doesn't care about that, though. It's for fun. It's okay if it doesn't get good mileage. He's not going to be using it to drive around, like to go on road trips and stuff. It's going to be for pounding around the street, so... But the 8 will make it a really fast car. Like, probably be able to smoke pretty much anything on the road. But, yeah. It's a hard decision. Mark wants it to be sporty, but... Exactly, Jeremy, a weekend car. But then I'm excited because that means that once he's done, I'll get the RX-7. Yeah. It's actually not... He said, why is it hard? It's actually not that hard. There's going to have to be some work done to stiffen up the frame of the car so it can handle the extra horsepower. Because you'll be moving from like 300 to about 450. So, man, yeah, we're almost $3 a gallon here. Yeah, but once again though, for that kind of car, he doesn't care, and it'll go back down again, Gator. Hopefully. Yeah, better brakes. Yeah, he's going to be doing all that anyway. But yeah. Yeah, they're going to be redoing the brakes and going to all... Yeah, he's going to be getting rid of... It does have rear drums. He's going to be going to 4-wheel disc. So, yeah, we might do the turbo, too. Actually, the 8-cylinder is going to have a turbo. It might have a twin turbo. So, we'll see. I honestly, if it was me and I had money, I'd go with the 6-cylinder. The downside is Eric's got the 8-cylinder, and it's way cheaper for... He can port the 8 out himself. He knows how to do all that stuff. But the 6-cylinder, we'd have to get it sent in to get worked on. So the 6-cylinder is going to cost about $10,000 to get it refurbished, whereas we can get the V8 refurbished for about $1,000. So that's where the dilemma comes in. It's like Mark's like, what do I spend the money and get the 6-cylinder, or do I just, the 8-cylinder is more of a like, hey, that's what we've got, and it's a lot cheaper to do it that way. It might be the way that we go just because of that. So yeah, no, I don't know, Gator. I disagree with that. I think that the V6 charged up is going to take a lot of gas too. Don't forget, we're talking about a 1970s, V6, it probably never got 20 miles to the gallon, even in its best day. It probably got maybe 15. They are not fuel efficient cars at all. So, but the V8 still will get less, I'm sure. But if he's not stomping on it, you know, I don't know. Get the 8 and take 2 out. What's up, Atypical Lorna? I've been trying to catch your stream, but you're never on when I'm watching, so I saw you were on tonight. I'm like, great, I'm going to stream. I see Lorna's on streaming. So, yeah, you can tune a V8 to get decent mileage too. I'm not, once again, he's going to have it out like, you know, like his RX-7, like once every weekend, you know, when it's nice out. If it's raining, it won't even go out. So, I mean, once in a while he takes it to work, but his work is 5 minutes away, so he's not really looking for mileage on that car. He's looking for fun. So, if it were a daily driver, then I agree with you. I'd be concerned with the mileage too. But I mean, honestly, I don't think he gets very good mileage in the RX-7 either. I don't think that one gets very good. That's right. A late night stream, poor Lorna, staying up late. even if you do it earlier in the day, it just, you know, I just happened to be out all day today too. But I saw you were on. I was like, oh, rats. Do you think so, Gator? Or is that just for Florida? Because I know in Ohio we usually don't get. It's really rare for us to go over $3 a gallon. To be honest with you, she's got a webcam. I know I should probably do that at some point, but nobody wants to see my ugly mug. All over the country. Now, who's saying it's going to go up that high? I mean, it can, because obviously it all depends on the price of gas per barrel. So I haven't heard anything to that effect, but I also haven't been really listening to the news too much. So sorry, Ryan's mowing the lawn after me asking him for 5 days. Yep. Well, we'll see what happens. I hope not. But that's good, Lorna. Awesome. Are you asking me what my computer components are, Kobanth? Or Kobnath? I have a Core i7 7700K processor. It's an that's Core i7. I think it's like 4.5 gigahertz or something like that. I have 16 gigabytes of RAM. I don't remember if it's DDR4 or DDR5. I think it's DDR4, 3. I don't know. Who knows? It's fast. It's fast enough. I record to an SSD hard drive, and then I'm using a 1070 ICX video card, SCICX from EVGA. So $5 a gallon. Ouch. Oh, that stinks. Yeah, that's why we need to get our own gas going again. Yeah, $5 per gallon. Ouch. It's painful. So that is the primary components of my system. I have an SSD. That's so funny. I think you were here last week. A week can seem like a year, though. I know how that is with life, you know. Yeah, so so I think that covers all the main components. My computer, I'm using an Asus motherboard with cool LED lights. I don't know. I go to the store and I'm like, I just need something fast, and here's my budget. And they're like, here, you can use this. And is that within your budget? And I'm like, yep, that's good. So I used to be like all into parts and into like what the components, like their speeds and stuff like that. I just haven't paid attention that much to it anymore. All I know is I'm running right now with the streaming and recording and playing the game all at the same time. I'm running Vegas, but I'm not using Vegas. I'm using only 40% of my RAM, and I'm using 30% of my processor right now. So that's all I need to know. That's good enough to know that it's working. Yeah, I think so. It might have been 2 weeks, Lorna, but I think it was last week. I don't know. Oh, the chokehold on diesel. Yeah, but diesel's supposed to. I don't know. It's funny, in Europe, like all their little cars are diesel too. What's up, big tall man? Yep, there you go. Hey, man, and that's, Farm Sim doesn't require, right now, it doesn't require a massive video card. I do notice some slowdown on my laptop, which is an i7. I think it's only 2 cores, though. It's one of those, mobile i7s. And it's got a older NVIDIA card, I think like a 940 or something like that. And it still runs most things at 60 frames a second for Farm Sim, but then some of the maps it does get slow, so. Yeah, that's what I thought, Chuck. I thought they had a lot of diesel. I know all their little beater cars are diesel. So, yeah. Well, diesel is a little bit sloppy. It is more efficient, though, in small cars, but... it's kind of expensive, too. I think our diesel prices are over $3 right now per gallon. It's still cheap compared to the rest of the world, but, man... gas prices go up, it really hurts my business. It makes a big difference in our bottom line, because I do a lot of driving, so... Interesting. What is CNG? Is that carbon? Like, what do those run on? I know it's like a. I wonder why they don't do it. It's more fuel efficient. You can grow it. I see. $10 FPS. There you go. On a good day. Compressed natural gas. Thank you. I know the buses run on that. I've seen that before. Like a lot of the city buses run on that. So it's pretty cool. Neat idea. $2030, they all have to be electric. That's horrible. That's going to kill the environment. All those batteries. Those batteries are terrible for the environment. That's a bad idea. That's a really bad idea. And here's the thing. Where do you think we get the electricity from? They burn something to make the electricity, so you're still burning fossil fuels. You're just storing it in a different form. But no matter what you do, you're still going to burn the same amount of energy. It's just going to make it's going to make all of our electric bills go up too. It's crazy. They need to go to hydrogen. Unfortunately, like we were talking about before, it's dangerous. But one of the guys I talked to has a Chevy Love pickup truck that he runs off of. Used cooking oil. So he just goes around to restaurants and collects all the grease and then distills it and uses it for fuel. I'm like, what? That's pretty crazy. Sorry, there's Ryan mowing again. You guys can hear my billy goat. That thing is loud. It's a big mower. Yeah, that's one of the things they don't, first of all, the batteries are super toxic for the environment. And they only last 3 years. I mean, people don't think about that. You're going to buy an electric car that costs like 10 times more than the gas version. And then in 3 years' time, you're going to have to spend $5,000 to $7,000 replacing all the batteries. And those batteries are going to go into a dump somewhere. I mean, what happens to all those heavy metals and stuff that are in the batteries? So, yeah, the U.S. I don't think is going to go to electric that fast. They may never go. But it's a huge problem. And then on top of it, once again, you have to burn something to make the electricity, so you're in the same thing, Yes, I have House Flipper too. I have not played it yet. Lee got it, or I bought it for myself actually. Lee gave me a coupon for it, I believe, or somebody did, but I need to try it. So, right, here go Chuck. Yeah, they're shipping all this stuff around the world to make the stuff. Right, they don't even have stations to charge, and we have a station at our Walmart. I was surprised, but. You can. That's so funny, Lee. A car run off of human waste. 8Runner. Hey, 8Runner man 101. Wait, what? That's new. Yeah, and the batteries don't work well in places that are cold or hot. And it takes if you don't want to ruin the battery. So so here's a charging station. You can charge a battery in one of these electric cars in about 1 to 2 hours, okay? So you're going to make a 2-hour stop at a gas station every 200 miles. Right. And if you're charging it at that rate, you're going to damage the batteries, and they're only going to last like a year. So you actually have to charge them overnight. It takes 12 hours to charge the batteries to go about 150 to 200 miles. So to me, it's not, I don't know. I could be totally wrong about that, but from everything that I've seen, it's not a working technology. It's a great idea. Works great for RC airplanes and stuff like that. But if you really have to drive for a living and you have places that you have to go, it's never going to be practical. So the PC building simulator, I saw that too. It's a pretty cool game. I bet you it'll make a lot of you guys build your own computers. So, right, exactly. If you bring the battery to 50% charge or less, you also reduce the lifespan. So, yeah, in fact, with my LiPo batteries for the RC airplanes, you shut them down at 50%. So, yep. You said you think the Flintstones got it right. There you go. Foot power. So I don't know what they're going to do, but it's a neat idea, but it doesn't work. We're going to have to find a different technology. What's up, Hot Rodin? I know it's supposed to be Hot Rod, and I was just kidding. Oh, no, Ryan's singing, too, while he's mowing. I don't know if you heard that. You guys probably can't hear that, but... Right, exactly. What are you going to do with all the gas cars? I mean, eventually they break down anyway, but... Oh, my. Still more reliable than Ford Flintstones. Oh, my gosh. That's funny, big and tall man. No, I know. You're lucky the gaming nerfer wasn't here. There'd be some fights going on. I can't believe we've done this. Let's see. We've been going for 30 minutes, and so it's taken half an hour to work this field. It's pretty crazy. Hey, what's going on, Xenopixel? I don't know. Did we... Maybe they did... I don't know if it's clean coal. It might be cleaner coal. I don't know if there's such thing as clean coal, but maybe it burns less. I don't know. Yeah. I will say this, though. Like 0 to 100, the electric cars are, in general, faster. I mean, the high torque motor for the electric cars, they're unstoppable. But it's, you know, it doesn't have the sound, right? They're completely silent. It's a little weird feeling like having no noise in the car. Well, there'll always be the historical vehicles, so... Big Tall Man, which one are we talking about? Are we talking about Welker Farm? Or are we talking about... there's so many new maps. Here I am playing this old, worn out... I love this map, though. Look at the... I mean, this is what it looks like in Ohio today. I mean, I'm looking out my window and I'm seeing the same scenery as this. Just a couple more trees. Yeah, more accidents will happen because you can't hear them, right? All right, go help her, Gator. No problem. Rebel Boy Wes, welcome aboard. You said just put a subwoofer under the car. I need to get a new subwoofer. Mine's blown. I actually should throw it out this week. I'm going to take all the broken stuff out of my house. 5 subs, yep. So it is the Welker Farm one? Yep, the official map. Cool. I'll probably play on it a bit. It's pretty sweet. I don't know what it'll offer over this farm, but I don't know. We'll see. This is kind of like a cool map, so I don't necessarily see a need to move, but the Nissan Leaf can easily outpull a Jaguar. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they're really fast. They're the new battery cars are really, really quick. It's not that they're not fast. Well, it depends. But they're, well, obviously they have even what was it, the car that Richard Hammond crashed? It was I think it was it Ukrainian? It was an electric car that he wrecked. I did nothing yesterday, so actually it was good. Thank you for the host. My kids were very angry with me because I did nothing yesterday. I was really burnt out from the wedding on Sunday because it was just so hot on Sunday. It was miserable. And I'm just like, oh man, like next week I've got a wedding and I'm by myself and I'm like, I'm going to die. But I looked at the weather report. It's supposed to be 70 on Saturday. I'm like, yes, thank goodness. So probably Gate Runner, man. I mean, it's going to be difficult. Anytime you play on the hard setting, it's going to be difficult. You won't make much money from your crop, but it's a big enough field that you probably still will do okay on crop. It's just you're going to have to, if you don't start off with big equipment like I did, you're going to definitely struggle. So, but it's very doable. I don't think it's impossible to do it that way. Sure. What's the deal with the different types of wheels on the tractors? Okay. So if you have a certain mod, I forget what it's called. I think it's called like crop destruction mod. And that's available, I think, on the consoles too. You want to use the narrow tires so that your wheels go between the crops and you won't destroy any crop when you're fertilizing and stuff. So in real life, they use double wheels to make the ride of the tractor a little bit smoother. I would imagine in certain conditions it gives you more traction, though there's a pretty big argument out there that the traction is the same whether you have 4 wheels or 8 wheels. It doesn't make a difference because it's all about weight. But anyway, having more wheels on the tractor and bigger wheels distributes the weight across the soil more evenly, and in real life it prevents crops from being, or the soil from being damaged. The more you drive over the soil in a tight, narrow pattern, the more you compact the soil and it kind of ruins it for farming. So in real life, they use double tires to protect the soil and spread the weight out more evenly across the soil. In the game, it doesn't really serve any purpose. It's just cool to have the different kinds of tires. But Farm Sim doesn't simulate that, so don't feel bad if you're like just using the standard tires that come on the tractor. But if you're using the mod for crop damage, the narrow tires actually make a difference because the wide tires will damage the crops and you'll leave trails, but the narrow tires won't. And in real life, of course, it's the same thing. The reason why they have narrow tires is for crop destruction. They want to make sure they're not running crop over. So, whoops, pressed the wrong button. So hopefully that makes sense. You barbecued and then spent 3 hours fixing your Wi-Fi router. Oh. See, if you were counting more tires are better. Yes, that is correct, Xenopixel. The weighted tires give you more weight on the back of the tractor. That way, if you're doing things, but that's what it's supposed to do. It keeps the tractor it keeps you from having to use a rear weight. First, it makes the tires dig into the ground more, so you get a little bit more traction. But it also helps you if you're using front loader. You don't have to put a weight on the back. So yes, that is what they do. I don't know if they really simulate that in the game, but that's what they're supposed to do in real life. So weighted wheels keep the wheels from spinning when you're trying to get bite. So there's Ryan again. Sorry. So yeah, I didn't do anything yesterday. I really did very little anything. I'd cleaned the fish tank. My fish tank was a disaster. A disaster piece. So I did that. Ta-da! We've got the big field done. Yay! It only took 34 minutes. So we're going to cut an episode here. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. Those of you on Twitch, stay tuned. We're not going anywhere yet. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Be sure to thumbs up and subscribe. We'll see you next time.